All right, Bill is going to try to call in. He's having a problem. But this is recorded and we'll make sure he gets it. Before we salute to the flag, I'd like to have a moment of silence for Karen Richardson, the daughter of Luella Richardson, who passed away Easter Monday. So if you would, please.
Yeah, I'm on live voice only.
Thank you. Now, salute to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. That's not too awkward, is it? Roll call, Mr. Cuff.
You're on mute, Jeff.
I have the roll call already noted. I don't need to call it, but I have everyone.
Thank you. For this evening, school board directors, please, we'll be voting all in roll call since we can't hear yays and nays appropriately. So heads up on that. Community announcements from me. This is where I usually do my good news, look back on the last month. Usually it's pretty pictures and words. And today I'm without pictures. I have plenty of words. First, to our young people, we miss you and we really hope you're okay. We think about you all the time. We hope you're in touch with your teachers. Adults, if you see our young people, please say hi and gently ask them if they are in touch with their teachers. Let's support each other during these challenging times. Thank you to our parents and our guardians who now have an even harder job. Thank you to our administrative team and our staff that in a matter of a couple of days found themselves on a revised mission for our children. Thank you to our first responders and our hospital staff and the families who support them. Thank you to our local borough governments, mayors, council members, and police. Please be in communication with us if we can further assist you. Reaching out to your principal or your teacher is probably the best way. In the chat, I'm going to put some links that I hope will be helpful to our schools and to our mental health services. So please reach out, and I'll pass it to Ms. Harbor.
Thank you, Ms. Hoff. March 13th, 45 days ago, 6 weeks ago, 1 month, 12 days ago, 1,080 hours, or 64,800 minutes. However you choose to measure it, it seems like it was a lifetime ago. Our lives have changed and our education for our students will never be the same. Some of it is for the good and some that will leave lasting impacts socially, emotionally, and academically. I've said it several times, schools went from brick and mortar to cyber online organizations. Our days went from 7 to 3 or 8 to 4 to 7 to 10 or 11 o'clock at night, making sure we're servicing our community and students. Living and dining rooms are now classrooms. Parents, your roles and responsibilities doubled because now you have become the teacher and the full-time playmate. As I watched commercials, I wanted to make a sign with my crayons and pencils to say thank you, which I did. And I wanted to say thank you because now I have new heroes. Parents, teachers, counselors, nurses, secretaries, IAs, principals, central administration, the IT department, registration department, food services, maintenance, and school board directors. You need a shirt that says new hero. In conclusion, please remember our families and our employees and their families and our communities in your thoughts and prayers as they have lost loved ones to this virus. Please remember our students that are facing isolation, loss of celebrations, and struggling with loss in their lives too. Please give a special prayer to one of our 5th grade students and family. The child was involved in an unfortunate accident. The mother informed us that he underwent 7 hours of surgery and he's at CHOP Hospital. So please pray for that family too. Thank you, Mrs. Hoff.
Thank you, Ms. Harbert. May I have a motion to approve the agenda for this evening?
So move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Right, Ms. Boykins, if you guys can come on and just so we can raise your hand.
I said aye.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Ivory. A motion to approve the business meeting minutes from February 24th, 2020.
So move.
Second.
Second.
Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? Okay, thank you. Mr. Khan, you'll have to be completely explicit in that corner for me to see you if I'm messing up.
Well, and can I just say, so everybody understands, if it's not a roll call vote and there is no nay, your vote will go down as aye. Like it's going to go down as a unanimous vote in approval.
Got it. Thank you. May I have approval of the minutes from the committee meeting of the whole on April 20th, 2020?
So move.
Second.
Any questions from the board? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Anyone against? All right. Do we have any students on the call? No. We miss them. No special awards. We'll do, are there any public comments regarding agenda items? If you have one, you can put it in the chat or you can raise your hand, either way. All right, well, if you come up with it, we're gonna be flexible, so don't be afraid to raise your hand or put something in the chat. And if we miss it, make sure you scream louder. Any communications, Mr. Cuff?
No, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Cuff. Committee reports. Community relations. A1, free lunch for our children and teens. I'm going to read where those are. Alden Borough at Alden Elementary School, Colin Borough at 554 South 4th Street, Darby Borough at Darby Rec Center and Penwood Middle School. East Lansdowne is at Faith Emmanuel Lutheran Church. Lansdowne is at the Lansdowne Presbyterian Church. And in Yeadon, lunches are at Evans Elementary. That is 11 to 1, Monday through Friday, no matter the weather, no matter anything. So please come out and get a lunch if you need it. A special thank you, and I forgot in mine, it's all good to write it down, but you got to read it. Thank you to Eric and the food staff of Airmark. We have fed 43,000 student-age children since March 16th. 43,000. So everyone that helps us with lunch, volunteers for lunch, and does their thing, it's so appreciated. A2, Walnut Street students win Scoop USA Media Black History Contest. Congratulations, Morgan, Janine, for winning that contest. Congratulations. That's awesome. A3, Penwood High students excel at speech and debate tournament. Danielle Ellis, Naomi Larity, Summer Andrews, Ashay Henry, Naeem Lark, Soraya Joe, Nyla Miller, and Trinity Crossing. Congratulations, everyone. And congratulations to Ms. Gomez for year after year leading that team to greatness. We have resources available for families during the COVID pandemic. They're right on the index page of the William Penn School District site, which is williampennsd.org. So go there. I'm going to put some of these in chat also. A5, Penwood Foundation Scholarships. Go to penwoodfoundation.org. If you're a senior, you know of a senior, tap them on the shoulder. It's going to take a village. We have 6 scholarships available, one for $6,000, 5, 2 for $1,000, and 4 for $500. So please apply for those scholarships. We want to give them out. A6, Darby Free Library features links to virtual field trips. The libraries have been doing a great job. You can get to the Darby Free Library site from our website, williampennsd.org. And that's it. Does anyone have any questions on the community relations agenda?
No, I don't.
Thank you.
No.
All right. Hearing none, there's nothing to vote on. Miss Boykins, can you do education, please?
Yes, B1, homebound instruction. B2, termination of homebound instruction. B3, release and settlement agreements. And B4, proposed 2020-2021 school calendar.
Great. Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors?
Yes, I have one question.
We should get a
sorry,
second first.
Okay, can I have a
Okay,
second? May I have a second first?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Go ahead, Ms. Boykins.
Yes, I just had one question for, I guess, Jane or Catherine Greenstein. If you can just explain under B1 where it says administrative, I just wanted to understand what was the difference with administrative. I know what the medical part is, but I don't recall seeing that part before. So I just want to ask if you could explain what the definition of administrative reason is.
I think that will be Dr. Bruno, who probably needs to respond to that.
Okay, when a student is pending placement, we can place them on homebound for administrative reasons.
Okay, is that okay, Ms. Boykins? Understand?
Yes, understood. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone
Aye.
against? Anyone against? Okay, personnel, Mr. Wright.
Thank you. C1, retirement, administrative staff, Dr. Bruno, Director of Pupil Service, and Ms. Jane Harper, Superintendent. C2, resignation, professional staff. C3, appointments, administrative staff. B, professional staff. C, after-school tutoring program, Armour Avenue Elementary School, $30 an hour, Title I funds. D, CS1, mentoring program, Penwood Middle School, $25 an hour, CS1 fund. E, special education, IEP writing, $25 an hour. F, Saturday Success Academy, Rector intervention, Penwood Middle School, CS plan funds, $30 an hour. G, supplemental contracts, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 9. C4, tenure award. Donald Clemens, Julia Flamanov, Alyssa, Mark Jones, Joanna, Gina Stipp, and Paul Singer. C5, salary tracks, 1 to 15. 16, salary track 16 to 19. C6, summer office hours, June 29th, August the 20th. Administration recommended use of summer hours for school office, district office from Monday, June 22nd, 2020 through Friday, August 21st, 2020. Normal hours be maintained, however, during the holiday weeks of June 29th, 2020 to July the 30th. Since the 4th of July falls on Saturday in 2020, all schools and district office will be closed on Friday, July the 3rd. During this time of Monday through Thursday, the office hour of school office in the Green Avenue Administration Building will be 7:30 a.m. to 4:45. Lunchtime will be reduced to 1/2 hour. And the last, all office hours will be posted on the district cable channels and website. And the motion to approve summer hours as listed above.
Great, thank you. May I have a second, please?
Still some
There
more.
are some agendas.
More.
I'm sorry, there's some additions to the agenda there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a C7
And one C8.
and a C8. It should have been on the link that was sent to you today, this afternoon.
So I'll read it, Mr. Wright. C7 is more supplementals for the spring. And C8 is a salary track change for Ryan McShay.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors?
No, I just want to say, Mr. Wright, it's good to see you're doing well, and it's good to hear from you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Dan?
Aye.
Aye. All right. I'm sorry. Property, Mr. Tong?
Contracted services, second year renewal of food service management company, that's D1. D2, amendment to agreement with First Student Incorporated for 2019 through 2020 school year. D3, contracted services, pupil transportation services. D4, a HERA designated person and environmental consultant.
Great. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors?
No.
No.
Okay, hearing none. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Anyone against? All righty. Budget and Finance, E1, Treasurer's Report. E2, List of Bills. E3, the Audit Report of Alden and Colwyn Borough Tax Collectors for the year ended June 30th, 2018. E4, Delaware County Area Vocational Technical Schools 2020-2021 budget. And E5, Delaware County Intermediate Unit General Operating Budget. May I have a second?
Second.
Jen, sorry, someone has to move that.
E6 is
E6.
Oh, I'm sorry. E6, Delaware County Intermediate Unit Special Education 2020-2021 budget. And E7, approval of Plan Con Part K for general obligation bonds series of 2019. Sorry about that.
And someone other than you has to move that agenda.
Yeah.
And Jennifer, and you also have E8.
E8.
E8 is the community college.
Oh my goodness, sorry. E8, Delaware County Community College 2020-2021 budget. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Can someone move that agenda, please?
So move. And second, Joy.
Great. And any questions from the Board of School Board Directors? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Anyone against? All right, F1, first reading of policies. Oh, I'm sorry, policy agenda, Ms. Hopkins.
Mrs. Hopkins.
Mrs. Hopkins.
Mr. Hopkins will be mad. First
I'm
reading of
not
policies
mad.
222, tobacco and vaping products under pupils. 323, tobacco and vaping products under employees. 707, use of school facilities under properties. 805.2, school safety personnel under operations, and 810.1, transportation personnel, drug and alcohol testing under operations. 904, public attendance at school events, community. 904, attachment, public behavior at school events under community. 918, Title I, parent and family engagement, also under community. These were additions to tonight's meeting. That suspension of board policies, and I will read that. It is recommended for the 2019-2020 school year to temporarily suspend the following board policies or portions thereof for the pendency of the current statewide disaster emergency, and to authorize the administration to implement temporary substitute policies consistent with district values, available resources, and Pennsylvania law. Those policies are 111, daily lessons plans, 204, attendance, 212, reporting student progress, 213, grading of student progress, 214, class rank, 215, promotion and retention, 217, graduation requirements, 313, evaluation of employees, 332, working periods, 333, professional development, 705, safety, 803, school calendar, 804, school day, and 903, public participation.
Thank you, Ms. Hopkins. Mrs. Hopkins. May I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? Thank you. Hold on. Okay, any communications? Solicitor's report. Mr. Khan.
Yes, the board did have an executive session last Wednesday, April 22nd, to discuss several personnel issues as well as a property issue. And that is it for my report.
Thank you, Mr. Khan. Any old business, Mr. Cuff?
No, ma'am.
Okay, new business. I got this page. New business, 1, election of intermediate unit board members. Thank you, Mrs. Hopkins, for your service to William Penn. I know it adds a couple of meetings and a whole heap of responsibility. It's appreciated. 2, reappointment to the Board of Trustees for Delaware County Community College. 3, the resolution to relax graduation requirements for the 2019-2020 school year, only due to government-mandated COVID-19 intervention regulations.
Not to be a pain, but because they're separate entities, those should be done as separate motions. It shouldn't be done as a consent.
Okay, so you want to do 3 votes, correct?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. I can't do the 2 reappoints together?
No, technically you shouldn't.
Okay, Mr. Khan. Election of intermediate U board members. Motion is to approve the resolution electing the above listed individuals to serve as members of the Delaware County Intermediate Unit number 25 Board of Directors.
So moved.
I'm not second, but okay, I'll second. Joy.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone against?
Come on, I need 1 against, at least.
Thank you, Mrs. Hopkins. No way. Moving right along. 2, the reappointment to the Board of Trustees of Delaware County Community College. Motion to approve the following reappointment to the Board of Trustees of Delaware County Community College for a 6-year term ending in June 30th, 2026. A, Bernice Clark Dickerson. Motion to move.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any questions?
Yes, who's Bernice Clark Dickerson?
Someone brave enough to be on the Board of Trustees for Delaware County Community College for 6 years.
But she's not under William Penn School District is what I'm asking.
We're just
Okay.
voting members.
Got it, understood, thank you. And aye.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone against? All right. The resolution to relax graduation requirements for the 2019-2020 school year only due to government-mandated COVID-19 intervention regulations. Motion to adopt the resolution suspending the requirements established for graduation from high school for the 2019-2020 school year and establishes the following in place thereof. Students will be credited with all coursework including partial coursework, completely successfully prior to March 13th, 2020. And such credit shall be deemed sufficient to earn a district-issued high school diploma by the end of June 2020. For seniors who failed or were failing senior year courses prior to March 13th, 2020, the superintendent shall establish opportunities for credit recovery or demonstration of proficiency with course content through the continuity of education plan the district has developed. Number 3, nothing in this resolution shall affect the rights of students with disabilities to graduate based on the plans established in their IEPs. Nothing in this resolution shall affect graduation requirements of the district for any other year than 2020. May I have a motion to move?
So
So
moved.
moved.
May I have
Second.
a second, thank you. Any questions from the Board of School Board Directors? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? None of us are really favoring that, right? Just for the kids. All right. Reports. Delaware County Community College, any report, Mr. Wright?
Yes. New campus update. Technical, mechanical, electrical, and design development work has been completed on the new Southeast campus. Dr. Patricia Benson, Vice President for Administration and Treasury, had finalized the application for capital funding to the Pennsylvania Department of Education. The application for funding was submitted to the PDE on March 6, 2020. Middle State Commission on Higher Education update. Dr. Joan L. Morales, former president retired of Middlesex County College Edison, has agreed to serve as the team chair for the college reaccreditation evaluation in spring 2021, in addition to the tenure as president at Middlesex College. Dr. Morales has been the provost at New York College of Technology and the dean of instruction at Nassau Community College, and she held positions as Bloomfield College, Union County College, and Rockland Community College. She also served in the Peace Corps. Dr. Morales holds a doctoral and a master's degree from Columbia University and a bachelor's degree from the State University of New York. And last, I would like to read the stimulus fund designated for Delaware County Community College. The Department of Education will soon begin releasing federal stimulus funds to colleges and universities. The funds are divided in 2 uses: support for students and support for an institution. We expect the student portion of the funds to be released in the next few days. These funds would also ease the burden that many students are experiencing due to hardship that have resulted from the impact of the virus. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Any questions? Delaware County Intermediate Unit, Mrs. Hopkins?
Let's see. So we were distributed the service booklet that I had mentioned back. I believe that was our February meeting. So when we all get together again, I will distribute it to each board member. And then so we had a meeting, but the meeting was more geared to how we were going to service the students and the special needs students of the IU. Our official board meeting will be in 2 weeks.
Great, thank you, Ms. Hopkins. Delaware County Legislative Council. There's a lot. There's a lot of decision-making regarding testing, school year, taxes, no taxes. I encourage you not to reach out to your legislator for a specific issue, but maybe to talk and to see what your legislator is thinking about public education, and what our role is in that communication with that legislator. I can tell you a big thank you to Mike Zabel and Tim Carney's office for their and Ms. McClinton for their support over the last couple of weeks. Anyway, do we have any comments from citizens regarding non-agenda items? Nobody wants to chat today? Hold on. Okay. Public comment. I understand the staff contract was being negotiated prior to physical closure of school. Have negotiations continued in a non-physical manner? If so, when was the last negotiation meeting? When is the next scheduled negotiating meeting with the staff? We actually had a meeting at 2:00 today, Mr. Dennelsbeck. The conversations are continuing. I think we're close, but we'll be talking to the negotiating committee. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong, Joe. And we'll be talking to the school board directors and the negotiating committee soon. So that meeting was today. And hi, Joe. Any other questions? You want to take this section? I'm not very good at it. Jane?
From Maria Louise Faber, thank you so much. She says, to the teachers for working through the online learning and offering options to our students. And I agree with you, Ms. Faber. I appreciate everything they're doing. So thank you. And all those teachers who are online are thanking you too.
Ms. Fink has her hand up.
Okay, Ms. Fink. You gonna grab that, or Miguel? Or Jeff?
You want me to allow her to talk?
Yes, please. Go ahead, Ms. Fink.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can, Ms. Fink.
Hi.
Hi.
Besides being your favorite kindergarten teacher at East Lansdowne, I also am an advocate for children education, for the board that doesn't know that about me. I travel to Harrisburg probably 2 to 3 times a year and lobby for our kids and try to help to get the resources that we need. Through that, I have been spending my time lobbying legislators, and PDE had a grant for a continuity of education grant for $5 million that I tried to lobby for and let my legislators know how much it is needed. And they announced how much school districts would get on Wednesday. And I was surprised to see that William Penn wasn't on the list. Did we apply for that grant? Is there somebody that just could give more information about that? Because it did seem that.
Yes. Ms. Fink, Andrea, we did apply for the grant. I went in and it was very formula driven. We had to have the numbers of students who did not have access to devices, and also the number of students who did not have access to internet. The base, if you applied as a system, which we did, the base was $10,000 plus $50 per student who did not have that access. So we applied for almost $182,000. There were only 49 districts out of 500 that received that money, and out of the 49, 16 of those were charter schools. So we, Upper Darby received about $500,000, Reading and Philadelphia City. So I have the list. The only other districts in Delaware County, Chester Upland got about 150. The Interborough got about 30. It wasn't a whole lot.
They got 107. I also have that list.
Oh, okay. Upper Darby got
490.
495, and then Visions Academy got money also.
Yep. So, Ms. Fink, after we received that lack of response, Miss Harbert and Mrs. Hopkins and I were on the phone with our legislators on Friday morning.
Well, I think maybe next time, if you guys could keep me in the loop a little bit, because I do have some leverage in Harrisburg with legislators, just like lobbying. And I feel like I have a strong story and a strong storyline, and legislators can see progress in my classroom, and they're thankful to hear from me. So I think we just need to, maybe if we could communicate a little bit more. I was just really upset that we weren't on that list, and vision.
And Ms. Fink, legislators had no say-so over this. It was all decided by the Department of Education, not any of the legislators.
I
PDE decided every one of those.
Upsetting. Thank you for answering my question and clarifying that.
Yeah, very upsetting. We share that. Miguel, can you turn it over to Joe, please? Go ahead, Joe.
Hello, can you hear me all?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. I hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I just wanted, this is maybe speculative. I can't stand charter schools, so I don't like them getting public tax money in any way. So do you just have any idea? That seems like a very large percentage of what they got, considering how many schools were awarded. Do you, from your conversations with the people, at least have any idea why
Nope.
a district like us would get burnt and the charter school in our area would get
the
more
charter
of our
school
money?
that's already 1-to-1? That
Yeah.
charter school? Yeah, you know, we expressed the same concerns, Joe.
Okay.
And we really got nowhere, to tell you the truth. But
And
we'll
did they
keep
give
looking.
you a process of like how they decided either? Did they?
No, so interestingly enough, PDE is the only granting organization in our state that does not talk to their legislators about grants. So, you know, I don't really know what to say.
Yeah, so basically a group of people just got to decide winners and losers.
I can't speculate on process.
Yeah, okay.
That can only get us in trouble.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yep. Anyone else? Open talk line. I feel like we should be calling a radio show. You're live with the school board directors. All right, seeing none and no questions in the chat, right? Yep. All right. So announcement of future meetings, and meetings continue right from the comfiness of your couch. If you go to our website, williampennsd.org, on the right-hand side, about halfway down, you'll see a calendar. Every one of those calendars have a link right there to the Zoom, so you can quickly get in. No looking for that Zoom link through mountains of emails. So budget and finance is up on Wednesday. If we thought our budget was challenging before March 13th, it got really bad. So please come out. This Wednesday, we'll be talking about our transportation, our maintenance and operations, athletics, debt service, and curriculum budgeting. So important stuff. So please come out if you can, 6:30 on the Zoom channel near you. The next meeting of the Committee of the Whole will be held Monday, May 18th at 6:30 at Zoom also. And the next business meeting of the Board of Directors will be Tuesday, May 26th. Monday is a holiday via Zoom. Without further ado.
Jennifer,
yes, ma'am.
Before we close, I had two things. I forgot to mention policy meetings are just going to be deferred until until we're able to resume in person, unless the Department of Education or our new superintendent, Dr. B. Coates, asks us for some policy changes. Other than that, we'll probably hopefully resume as soon as possible. And then also, I want to give my thank yous to all the wonderful teachers and all the beautiful parents who's patient about all the work that we're doing here. I want to thank I want to thank Ms. Harbert and the administration team. You guys are awesome. And most of all, I really want to thank Aramark for their work with our breakfast and lunch programs. It's just good to see us working as a village, as a team. And it's just really phenomenal. And I just want to congratulate everybody. Awesome job, William Penn.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, hearing none, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you. We're adjourned. Be safe out there. What, Jeff?
Jeff?
Who was second? I heard Mr. Wright did. Mr. Tom. Thank you.
Yeah, and just for the record, actually, the president of the board can just adjourn once the agenda is done. But the motion.
I'm going to mute David.
Good. Thumbs up. We're silver lining. Hashtag silver lining.
All right.
Good
All
night.
right. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.